Have you ever noticed when you ask a client or a client asks their partner, what they're needing? What's the need that's alive for them in a particular moment? That sometimes the person who's being asked will begin to go blank or look frustrated because they don't know, or hesitate, or come out with blame. These are oftentimes indicators of an obstacle that, when supported, can really become the door for accessing deeper, more compassionate connection that is so important in self-empathy. So, obstacles to knowing needs are really common. Many people learned early in life that naming their needs was unsafe or shameful or pointless. Others were trained to focus on other people's needs rather than their own. So when they're being invited to turn inwards and do self-empathy in this way, protective strategies will oftentimes surface. And this might look like, again, blanking out, blaming, getting lost in thoughts. These are not problems to fix. These are oftentimes survival strategies that at one point kept the person safe. And when we can meet them with compassion, they can oftentimes soften and make space for something new. So this really matters because when clients can't connect with their needs, they're oftentimes going to get stuck in reactivity. The needs are going to come out, oftentimes sideways. That might be through blame or defensiveness or a lot of stories or building a case for themselves or against the other person related to a particular topic. Whereas once they have awareness of needs, on the other hand, this is going to open door for much more clear understanding of that person. It's going to open the door for collaboration and make it easier for their partner to give them empathy. So helping clients move through these obstacles is really essential for supporting clients in finding their way back to themselves and then to each other. So let's talk about a couple of ways we can do this. One simple way is to work backwards from the strategy that's being named. Couples are often going to fight about strategies. It's the thing they name. It might sound like, text me when you're running late versus just trust me, right? In this type of interaction, the real needs are hidden, but the strategy of text me when you're running late can be a gold mine for going deeper. We can invite a client to imagine receiving that text and support them in noticing what it gives them. What does it relieve in them? Really feel into that. And they might sometimes naturally come out and start saying things like, well, I'm just going to have a sense of safety. We're going to find out, oh, they're concerned their partner's not okay. Or maybe it's, I just want to know when we're going to get together and have dinner. Oh, we're starting to get closer to maybe the need for predictability, right? So now that we're getting to the heart of those needs and the need is discovered, the couple has something more real that they can collaborate around. So the strategies can become doorways rather than a battleground. And also this can be kind of hopeful for clients in session because oftentimes they know they talk about strategies, and when we can help them to learn how to work backwards from that, that's something they can take home and have a sense of, I know the thing I want to have happen. All right, and if that happened, what would it give me? What would it relieve? Okay. Another obstacle is simply the word need itself. For some, using that word can feel too vulnerable or even shameful. Others hear, if they imagine saying, I have a need, they hear that as being demanding or selfish. So if people have that kind of a relationship or activation just around the word need, that's okay. We can ask different types of questions than what do you need. Another variation might be things like, what's important to you here? What is it you're really caring about? What is it you're valuing in this? Or what is it you're committed to right now? So clients can often use these types of questions when they're doing self-empathy, also with themselves, So rather than look for the need, maybe they form a habit of focusing on when they're looking at that needs list, what's important to me, right? And that's how they find the same life enriching words they would if they considered it a need. So these types of questions and this way of accessing inquiry is oftentimes going to help clients discover this same inner truth. And over time, I oftentimes see they will begin to feel more comfortable naming their needs directly without fear. So the word need, again, is not required for clients to learn how to connect to their deeper internal experience. And they can find these same life enriching qualities through a different inquiry. And what's most important is that they're getting to the heart of what it is they'd like to collaborate around. There's a number of other obstacles, and we've got attached below this video, there's a link to an article or a document that has 10 strategies that you can use to help your clients connect more fully with their needs. You can also share this with your clients so they can take it home as a resource to utilize when they're trying to learn how to find their needs. As we come to a close, I'm going to invite you to reflect. Feel free to pause along the way if you'd like. What arises in you when clients can't name their needs? How are you supporting clients in building a more comfortable and trusting relationship with finding their needs? When we can guide our clients through these obstacles, we help them to remember that needs are not something to hide or to fear. They are the language of life itself. So each time a client dares to name a need, they are stepping closer to intimacy and the nourishment that their heart is really longing for. So thank you for joining me for this little intro around this aspect of working with self-empathy. Feel free to take a deeper dive with us if this feels aligned. And until next time, as always, let's continue to lead with love.